Look what came in. That's right. The new calendar is here. Yes, it is in all its glory. Starts in January of 2023, and it takes you through April of 2024. Why do we do it like that? Well, God's biblical year begins in Passover on the month of Abib, which is the first month. That's what it says in the Bible. That's around our March or April. It's the God's calendar year starts 2 weeks before Passover, 10 days before Jesus presented himself in Jerusalem as Israel's Passover lamb. So, instead of starting in March, we also live in a real world which follows a Gregorian calendar that begins in January. So we begin this calendar in January, and then in March it begins with week 1 month, because, whenever Passover is, we begin that counting as week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, and it covers the entire cycle, biblical cycle, from Passover of 2023 to Passover of 2024. So you have 3 extra months, January, February, and March. That's why we do it like this. It has 2-page week view. See that? 2-page week view. The Torah portion reading for that week is right there. Biblical month name, Gregorian month name. Hard-coded dates, like this is the example of the Omer count, when the Omer count starts. Sabbath, what week of the Omer count we're on, right? Right there. It's got the projected dates based on the fluid new moon on the top right, as you right there. See, projected dates for like the new moon, for example, or the season of the basilisk, for example. It's got a 2-page month view right here. Oh yeah, I love this thing. I love this thing. This is brand new. Just came back from the printers yesterday. Got a bunch of orders already that we're sending out today. I'm very excited about. I'm always excited about this. I love this piece. This piece exists because I said, you know what? I need this. I need a biblical calendar in an A5 size that I can, And so we created it, and then we decided, you know what? I just can't make one for me. Let's make one for everybody. I'm excited about it. I like our calendar. And it's the only one in the market. No other Messianic Torah-based ministry offers one. They offer like a wall printout of just 1 month. I'm not saying that to shame anybody. No, I'm just saying, hey, this is our 4th year doing this. We're very excited about it. We're very proud of the work God is doing here. With your help and your contributions and your offerings and your love gifts and all that stuff, you make it all possible. I didn't know I was going to do all this right now. Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning. Week 1, we have a brand new series called Rebuking Sharply, the Detestable, Disobedient. We are in Titus, and today we are in chapter 1, verses 10 through 15. We are continuing from yesterday. Yesterday we were talking about the qualifications of a leader, qualifications of an elder, and qualifications for an overseer. 2 different things. And besides those qualifications, it says that he must hold firm to the trustworthy word as taught, so that he may be able to give instruction in sound doctrine, and also to rebuke those who contradict it. We don't see a lot of that. For there are many who, verse 10, for there are many who are insubordinate, empty talkers, and deceivers, especially those of the circumcision party or the circumcision group. They're talking about the Judaizers. They're not talking about people that are circumcised. They're talking about the people that were going around and trying to subvert Paul's work among the Gentiles. These guys were Jews, Messianic believers that insisted that Gentile believers must be ritually circumcised for salvation. And Acts 15 says, no, yes, you have to keep the Torah. Yes, you have to be circumcised, but not for salvation. We don't believe in adult circumcision. We only believe in infant circumcision. Now, Verse 11, these people, they must be silenced, since they are upsetting whole families by teaching for shameful gain what they ought not to teach. See, and this is why I get aggro like this too. I'm not alone in my aggro-ness. Paul is right there with me. One of the Cretans, now he's not saying that as a bad word because they are actually talking about being on the island of Crete. Titus was on the island of Crete. People that live on the island of Crete are called Cretans. A prophet of their own said, Cretans are always liars, evil beasts, lazy gluttons. This testimony is true. Whoa. Therefore rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in the faith, not devoting. I want to finish this one, okay? One of the Cretans, a prophet of their own, said, Cretans are always liars, evil beasts, lazy gluttons. This testimony is true. So he's basically agreeing with this secular guy, one of their own prophets that's talking smack about his own people. Paul's agreeing with them. Therefore, now what do we do about it? Well, right, we're talking about a church plant in Crete. Rebuke them sharply that they may be sound in the faith. Because apparently they are liars, evil beasts, and lazy gluttons. So rebuke them sharply. People don't rebuke people sharply. I do, and people don't like that. Why do I do that? So that you may be found sound in the faith. Not devoting themselves to Jewish myths. He's not talking about Torah. Christians will tell you that that is a reference to Torah. Torah is not a Jewish myth. The traditions of the Sanhedrin, the rabbinical traditions carried from Babylon, those are Jewish myths. Jesus addressed that in Mark 7. And the commands of people who turn away from the truth, right? Commanding Gentiles to be circumcised, for example. To the pure, all things are pure, but to the defiled and unbelieving, nothing is pure. But both their minds and their consciences are defiled.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.